Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Lanmou Spiritual. This is a general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or whoever may feel like watching this reading. This is for May 2020. This is for the collective. This is not a personal reading. It may resonate with you or it may not. Please take it as it is. Do not try to make it fit, as always. And thank you so much, guys, for your patience. You see, we took a pause there. I think, Scorpio, you did actually have a reading for April, but we did not do all of the April's reading. And it was just, I don't know what was going on. There was so much difficulties trying to do these readings, and I recorded 8 and only uploaded 4 of them because 2 of them was giving me so much trouble. And I just, like, after the Libra, I spent 2 days trying to upload Libra. I'm like, okay, that's it. And I'm like, because for me, whenever there is resistance, that's a sign. Okay, so here we are back. Yay. And thank you for being back with us, and I hope you guys have been taking care of yourselves, be taking precautions and staying healthy, emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally. And let's see what messages Spirit have for you, Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. We are using the Psychic Tarot, and we'll do a 9-card reading today. And I've been saying I'll try to keep it short, but you know how it goes, so bear with me. Okay, let me show you guys the card as I put them down. This is the New Beginning, also known as the Full card, Major Arcana number 0. Okay, that's how to start a reading, Scorpio. New Beginning, indeed. Here we have Major Arcana number 2, Intuition, also known as the High Priestess. Here we have the 5 of Fire, Obstacles and Challenges. Number 4, Major Arcana. It's called Authority here, also known as the card of the Emperor. And I'm going to put all the cards down, and then I will go over it with you guys. I feel like it takes less time and creates less repetition. And here we have the 6 of Air. Moving on. Here we have the future position, the 3 of Earth, recognition and reward. And we have the Tower, called the Disruption. My goodness, you have a lot of Major Arcana in this reading, Scorpio. So we have like 7 cards so far, and 4 of those are Major Arcana, okay? What we have here, we have the 7 of Water, choose wisely. And finally, we have, my God, my goodness, Scorpio, I don't think I've ever had this in a reading. That is major, major, major. We start out with Major Arcana number 0, which is called the New Beginning. And we end with the last Major Arcana in the tarot, Major Arcana number 21, the World card. That's called the Universe here. Way to go. Way to go, with a whole lot happening in between here. My God. Start with the Full card, ending with the Universe card, with the number 21. That's quite amazing. This is a whole cycle. Like, it's almost like a whole karmic life cycle you're gonna go through in May. Within that 1 month, Scorpio, you're going to experience quite a bit. Your life, there's gonna be so much, like your life at the end of May is gonna be absolutely so different than what it was as, like, right now as I'm recording this, at the, like, you know, at the end of April, beginning of May. By the end of May, your life is gonna be so different. This is amazing. And what do we have here? The Waiting Game at the bottom of the deck. That's amazing. This is the 2. I'm saying that's amazing. You guys don't understand. Like, I've never had this happening in a reading. This is the 2 of Fire with the Waiting Game. That's what is facing you. This is Mars energy, okay? Mars in Aries energy. And for me, the action cards, the fire cards are never about waiting, because they are about, you see, I say the action card, I mean to mean the fire cards, the fire energy, which is the ones, it's always about action and passion. It happens to be called the Waiting Game here, but look, like, it's the in that hourglass here, it's almost at the end. It's time to flip it again. It's time to flip that hourglass again. The cycle, you know it. For some of you, it's like you already know it, that you're coming to an ending of a cycle. Things are about to change. It's time to flip the switch, right? You know it. You can feel it coming. The waiting game. You're just waiting to see how it's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, and how everything is going to unfold, and the result afterwards. But yeah, oh my goodness, when I pulled that up, this is what was sitting under it, your crown chakra, the card of the crown chakra. And see, because you're connected, you're directly connected to source, your intuition is wide open. Okay, so you've been feeling it. Yes, you knew it. You intuitively, you knew it. You could feel it. You could feel that energy. And what card we have here, your second card was number 2, the card of intuition. Not surprise here. So you already could feel that coming. You already could feel that coming. It's not so much you're waiting for it to happen. It's almost like time has to take its course. Okay, it's not even a delay, it's just kind of like waiting for time to pass. Look at how that person is sitting on, going through all the cycle. Okay, and for you guys, it's a karmic thing, and that's why we end with the universe card here. Completion of a karmic cycle. A whole karmic cycle is about to complete here. It's almost like your life is going to be put on steroids. You're gonna go through everything all at once, and bam bam bam, like, you know, like to all those emotions, to all the stages. It's like Jesus going through all the stages from being born to not even being born, before even being born, from that, making that decision, like, you know, in the spiritual world to come here, and then making it here, surviving the passage from the Rome, and then to be a person, you know, that creates, that live, that breathe, that contributes, that experience pain and loss and disruption and rewards and all of it. Like, I mean, you're going to all of it in May. That's what I'm trying to get to. I still haven't studied your reading. I mean, I've studied technically, but this is the 2 of fire here, was just pulling my attention so much. You guys are working. You are working through that cycle. You are working. You are making the rounds here. You are making the rounds to that karmic cycle. Then you're ready. You're ready to flip that switch. You are ready for it to be flipped. You're so ready. You've been making the rounds. You know that this dimension you're on right now, you know that there's a parallel universe where things are different. It's almost like you want to jump over already. You're just so ready. You're like looking forward. You're like, I'm ready to go to the next stage. I'm ready to close this chapter. So we start with the full energy, new beginning. Okay, the full energy is an energy of taking a leap of faith. It requires faith. Okay, it's the spark of life that appears. It's the light that appears out of the void. Okay, that zero sum, that big void in between where there was nothing, and then you're about to create something beautiful, right? Hopefully beautiful. So beautiful came out. So for you, Scorpio, you're about to create something beautiful. Okay, and this is quite beautiful as well, because this is like the kind of like uprising, if you will, like a shake-up that's starting in the ethers. This is not a new beginning that's happening here in the physical world. That's a new beginning that's happening in the upper realm. Okay, that's before you even get to the room, the full energy. Okay, this is like spiritually inspired new beginning, but it's a new beginning that requires a lot of faith. That's it's not even so much it requires faith, because it's you're being pushed towards it, because it's a major arcana. Okay, it's a major arcana energy. That means it's not up to you. You're being thrusted towards that big beginning. That's why it may feel like an uprising, like the grounds are shaking from underneath you, right? It may feel like almost like an uprising or brewing, how that's happening, like, you know, and that's exactly what it is. A big shake up is happening in your life. And by the way, what's right underneath that I'm saying shake up, that's staring at me, is the tower. And the tower is also known as a card to shake things up. Sudden, unexpected disruption, usually because something was negative, something needed to fall apart. This disruption comes after something has been built. Okay, this is number 16. What they're at midpoint almost. So here we have a new beginning, something out of nothing that appears. Okay, that's about to be created. And then through intuition, following your intuition, using your intuition, your inner knowing, being able to access the Akashic record, the volume of knowledge, infinite knowledge there is to be had. Okay, deep knowing, that's knowledge that perhaps you don't even know how you know. For a lot of you, being able to access that, and then moving forward, moving steadily, and that in your own high priestess energy, which is like the kind of like lunar energy, feminine energy, deep intuition, and deep feelings as well. Okay, and you're moving steadily here. Go towards what? What's facing you? Let me show you guys. Let me pull the card so you can see. Let me show you the imagery, how beautiful this is. What's facing you, Scorpio, so you can get energy. This is what we're talking about here. The great void, that new beginning before, and this card's the illustrations depicts it perfectly. I was saying that is before you even get to your mother's womb. That's what happens in the ethers. And you say, you know what, I'm decided I'm going to be birthed and born, or to be reincarnated on earth. And then here you are on top of earth looking down. Yeah, let me choose my spot or my parents, whatever way it happens in the spiritual world. That's that uprising. That's that new beginning. Okay, facing down on the planet. This is what's happening here. You have the whole world in your hand. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Spiritual realm, new beginning, and now following your intuition, coming out of the door. Out of the door of the divine, like literally the door, that just own secret door in the sky, right? You're inside, here's the door. All you have to do is open the door. All you have to do is look outside the door, and you have access to infinite abundance and infinite knowledge and information, because your crown chakra is so wide open. You don't have to go through someone. You don't have to dream. You don't have to pray. You don't have to ask. You just have to desire the information. Some of you you just have to need it, to want it, and it's gonna come to you, because your connection is it's almost like a symbiotic relationship you have right now with the spiritual realm, with God. It's a direct relationship. Do you understand? It's like a mother who already knows what their child needs before they even move. It's kind of like you could be in deep sleep and you just move and you're like, wait, your body, you're not looking at the clock, but somehow you know, your sense is telling you, oh, it's time to let me touch to see if they're okay, or it's time for them to eat. And you kind of like sleepwalking and getting the food, getting the bottle to feed your child. It's kind of like that kind of relationship you have with the divine right now, in that intuition, being able to follow your intuition, being able to get a lot of information, a lot of inspiration through your intuition, okay? And what do we have next? This is that great void we're talking about. This is someone standing way from high. This is that person. You're standing way from high, looking down onto the earth, looking down. And this is actually taking that leap of faith. Okay? This is the taking of that leap of faith. From looking from that above ground, you are looking, to you now looking down below. That's the view from below, and that's the view from the top. Okay, do you understand? That is the view from the top. That's what you're looking as you're walking up there on earth, following your intuition. This is the Five of Fire. The Five of Fire is a card of ego, of tension, okay? It's a card of, here it's called obstacles and challenges, because there is a lot to be considered. Sometimes it's a lot of people, a lot of voices that are to be considered. There may be a lot of options as well to be considered. Okay, going into the physical world, living in the physical world, being an active participant in this physical world does come with challenges, does come with obstacles. Starting anything new from the void, from your own imagination, something that's never done before, or something that has never been done in a way, from your own inspiration, your own intuition, starting something new, that takes a lot of guts. That takes a lot of courage. And a lot of times you'll hear a lot of people telling you no. Whether it's a project you're trying to start, Scorpio, or it's you bring your child into this world, there's something here that you're trying to create. There's a new beginning that you're trying to have, and you're taking that leap of faith. You're standing there on that plank, looking down. We're getting the both of you, but you're so calm and collected. You know you got this. Because that crown chakra is wide open. Look at that halo behind the head of the emperor. You are the emperor. Authority, power, abundance. Okay? That's the emperor energy. It's a 4. Solid foundation. Okay? The emperor rules over all the kingdoms. The emperor knows who he is. The emperor doesn't have to show up, doesn't have to prove themselves. They already know. Their presence alone, just hearing the name, it should strike fear and respect and love and adoration, whatever. But that emperor, that sense of authority, you going towards your new beginning to set up that foundation, regardless of the obstacles. These obstacles are minor obstacles. These obstacles are obstacles of the physical world. That's what you're looking down on. Those physical little obstacles happening down there. What you're studying with here is a new beginning, an uprising that's coming from above. following your intuition from above, creating a solid foundation, not just a solid foundation that's going to give you authority as a person, as a physical being here, but also in your own spirituality, hence the halo. The emperor is not just an authoritative figure here. The emperor is also very deeply intellectual and also a spiritual leader. Okay? By accepting to step, I don't think you even have a choice on it, Scorpio. Like really, it's almost like you're being sent on a mission here from the upper realm. You're being sent on a mission. For some of you, you are sent on a mission that's really gonna require you to stay in very tight contact, relationship, connection, okay, partnership with the divine, with source, with spirit. And yes, there's gonna be little obstacles, but you come. You come. You got this. You have the authority. You got this. Whatever those obstacles were from the past, whatever issues, whatever conflict there was, you will turn your back on them. You will turn your back on them without even a second thought. This is the six of air, moving on. In the traditional Rider-Waite, you'll see this card as that there's a couple, and sometimes accompanied by a child on a boat, leaving behind the coast, where the water looks choppy, right? Looks almost like it's like leaving behind the choppy sea, going to the calmer water, like emotionally calm. In your mind is an air sign, also calm, movement, communication, in ways of communication too. It's kind of like leaving behind any kind of conflict, any kind of argument, any kind of, tit for tat, any kind of like little bits of pettiness, turning your back on that, going towards the light. Look at the vastness. Look at how that person is being showered and welcomed with light. And each time I put this card like this, I'm looking at the screen. This is creating a rainbow. When I look at it face value, I don't see the rainbow. But each time I do this, I see a rainbow. The light here is casting a rainbow. So that person here, by living, just trust and believe, Scorpio, by leaving the little troubles here in the physical realm, the pettiness, the ego plays of other people, by leaving those behind, by working towards the light, by working towards your soul purpose, the mission you are sent here to do, you are stepping into literally your North Star. You are stepping towards your happiness. You are stepping towards your abundance. You are stepping towards your birthright. You are moving forward. Moving forward. What's in front of you? Recognition and rewards. Straight into recognition and rewards. Okay? Whatever obstacle you have to be able to take the bird's eye view of it. You have to stand above them. That person here is looking like down at those obstacles. This is like looking above those little problems. Okay? These are tiny little lights. You see the little orbs, little bulbs, blob of our lights. Look at the lights that will shower you though once you decide to move on, to leave that behind. Once you take that leap of faith, this is the welcome you get. So have no fear. Have no fear. Whatever requires you to take a leap of faith, to step on the ledge, that requires your courage, that requires you to be in your authoritative power, that requires you to take the lead, take the lead and be very authoritative about it. This is what's gonna happen. This is how this is gonna happen. This is what I want it to happen, period. And what's gonna happen very quickly, it's people are gonna get in line to work for you. They're going to bow to you because they're going to recognize your authority. Hence that person bowing down, okay? With the light shining behind, recognition and rewards. This is the card also of partnership, of working together. So you're going to get people to literally bow to your own authority. They're going to recognize you because you've been sent here on a mission. You have some major backing. If this is like a partnership, like understand that you have the World Bank, or you have the whole country, you have the whole United States of America behind you. You have the whole World Bank that's sponsoring you, this foundation, this partnership, this business, whatever it is, right? You have God, the divine, the big, as big as you can go. So people are gonna feel that authority coming from you, and people are going to bend down to your will. Okay, Scorpio. And here we have the disruption, sudden, unexpected disruptions. So whatever that was shaky, whatever that was set up in a false foundation, wherever there was kind of like falseness, or wherever there was any sense of fakeness, right? And you know how we say we can fake it until we make it? Wherever that was, until we make it, the making it part is very important, right? In the faking it, we have to, when we were faking it, if you are faking it, you were, let's say, you have not the best skin, you go into some trouble with your skin, and you wear tons of makeup to cover, your flaws, or whatnot in your skin. And we all go through stages where you have to deal with that. And you decide all of a sudden, I'm going to fake it until I make it. I want my skin to look this way. I want to present myself this way. If I have to wear on tons of makeup to make sure that I appear that way, that's what I'm gonna do. But the important thing is to remember, you still have to keep on working on that skin underneath the makeup, so you can get to the making it, right? So if there was any kind of like falseness where people were putting on air, or you were putting, like, I am strong, I have authority, but you are not really staying in contact with source, you are not following your intuition, like people that were just doing things out of ego, these structures will fall down. Okay, hence there's gonna be a real transformation that take place in that regard. Okay, whatever that was not solid, look at how it's a shape of a person here. This is a shape of a person holding themselves together. So I feel like for some of you, that kind of structure, it's about a person. For some of you, that disruption, unexpected and sudden destruction, it's gonna be in the shape. It have to do with a person, a certain kind of personality in your life, or a certain kind of personality that you have, like, been entertaining, or that have created certain challenges, certain obstacles and challenges in your path, Scorpio, that it needs to crumble. It needs to be disassociated. Okay, things needs to be rearranged. Okay, in order for it can be shocking, it can be jarring, it can be unpleasant to go through it, but most of the time when that happens, it takes you towards the path. It takes you towards the path where you're supposed to be. Okay, and for some of you, by you moving on, by you being recognized, that's going to allow those fake people in your life, for some of you, to fall apart. Because here I'm getting people, it's not so much an institution or a structure, even I'm getting here, these are like people that were not pulling their weight, people that were not solid, that gonna be taken away. And here we have choose wisely. So going forward, after this disruption, we come here from number 16, which is a 7. 7 is a number of mystery. Again, going towards 7. 7 also, seventh house, is the house of Libra, ruled by Venus. Also a house about justice and fairness and beauty, right? And harmony, wanting to get along. Libras are very, wanting amicable, wanting to get along. So we have here choose wisely as you go forward here in choosing a path, in choosing, whether it's your friends, in which way you're gonna go, which path you're gonna go. It's to know what's the right thing for you. Which hand are you going to follow here? Okay, we have 5 hands and we have 2 birds flying. Are you gonna rely on your senses, your 5 senses that are physical here, or are you gonna rely on your third eye chakra, on your that 6th sense, on your crown chakra? That's what I'm getting, a message I'm getting here for you here, Scorpio, for you to really not as things, especially as things start getting better for you, and for some of you, this is very much a spiritual journey you're going through. A lot of you have been trying to suppress your intuition, to suppress your gifts. I feel like almost like spirit is shaking you up, that you have to face it, you have to take it, you have to accept it, you have to welcome it, and to entertain it. Okay, that deep intuition. Okay, because this is where your blessing, that's your gift, this is part of your soul purpose, of your mission here. And I feel like that disruption that's happening for some of you, it may be within your own life, that you need to go through that challenge to break that physical body, for you to understand you are still whole. At the end of the day, the blocks here are representing the tangible stuff, the physical stuff. You see how they're shifting, they're almost like not even connected here, but what remains throughout the body here is that light. You can see that light that's shining through like the blocks. That light remains, because at the end of the day, that's what we are: energy. We are light. We are spiritual beings. That we must not let go of that intuition. We must not let go of that spiritual aspect of ourselves. We must nurture it. And for you, this is a karmic thing. This is a karmic thing. This is a spiritual development, okay, for you, Scorpio, for a lot of you. And I feel like for a lot of you, Scorpio, you knew it was coming. You felt it was coming, and you almost like expecting it. But there's something here. The way it happens, though, the way it all happens for you, I feel like even when you're in the middle of it, you're not gonna understand it. You're not gonna understand it even as you are in the thick of it. You're not fully gonna understand it until you've gone through the whole cycle. You've come out of it, until you've come to the ending here with the card of universe, major arcana number 3. That's when you're going to recognize that, oh my goodness, look, what happened? Who am I? What is this? I'm a whole new person. I'm a whole new person. Who is this person? Who, like, you're not gonna you know it's coming. You can almost expect it because your intuition's been telling you something's gonna change here. Something's gotta change. Like, we cannot stay the course, but as it's happening, as you're going through it, the shake up. I feel like a lot of you're going to be. It's like you're gonna be put to a set of situation is just gonna start happening, and you're gonna be tested along the way. You're gonna go to you're gonna be making some major decisions. People around you are gonna be changing, are gonna be some for the best, some gonna fall out, some for the worst. You're gonna have to make some major decisions. There's gonna, until the ending of the cycle, that's when it's all become clear to you. That's when you're gonna be able to really look at that big picture as to, oh wow, why the defining moment is what's in my life. It's not just this life cycle, all my lives, in your karmic lives. Okay, this is major energy here you're going through, Scorpio, and I hope I kind of did a good job trying to explain it, because there's that spiritual aspect, which I feel most of you, that is what this is about for you. And there is, again, in the most mundane way, if it's something new that you're starting to get off the ground here, just trust and believe. You have the authority, you have the power, you have the strength, you have the know-how, you have the resources to get it going. But there is something you must leave behind in order to step into that. Okay, you cannot take the baggages, you cannot take the challenges, you cannot take the sense of pride and ego and all those negative way of thinking that you picked up along the way. You cannot take those with you. You have to let those go. You have to release them. You have to go towards the light. The light is like, light body is like, literally, light body is light as in bright, and also light as in not heavy. Okay, so you have to take that light body to go towards the light with in your light body. Okay, so you can really shine, so you can really fly. You cannot carry all that weight with you, and you're gonna be recognized. You're gonna get all the recognition. Look at this, the cards are just flying. Let's see what we have here. What do we have? Wow, Scorpio, I'm telling you, you think it's a joke. The first step here is the card of the Hermit. Okay, this is your first step. And that's why we have the moving on, number 6, in the middle of this reading. The card number 6, sixth house energy, Hermit, really taking a moment for yourselves to really go deep within, to find your soul purpose, to find your guiding light, to find your North Star. Look inside that lantern. The light takes a shape of a star. To get your balance, to understand, what am I here for? To remember again. What was that soul mission you were sent to take care of before you got distracted by all those little, challenges that are like really not that important? Because this is what's waiting for you, Cancer. I'm sorry, Scorpio. I just said Cancer. So this is what's waiting for you. Abundance, Venus energy with the Empress. For some of you, whatever you are creating, whatever you're studying new, whether it's you want to start a family and you had obstacles in the past, trust and believe you can do it, okay? You can do it. There may be some challenges, but you can do it, okay? You can create, you can procreate, you will be successful at the end of it. And for some of you, whether it's a project, it's a career, excuse me, even if it's you trying to work on you, on yourself, to make yourself more beautiful during this time, to take care of you, of your own of your own physiques, if you will, to take care of your own money issue, because Venus is about beauty, right? About love, about happiness, about abundance, material abundance. So, and it's a pairing we have here between Venus and the between the Empress and the Emperor. And what's in between them? What's in between them? The King of Pentacles. I don't have to tell you what this card means for you to see it. Look at all the abundance, the opulence in this card. This is money. This is richness. This is like having as much as you can have. This is someone who's on top of their stuff. This is someone who's grounded in reality. Okay, there's an energy here, is whatever you've been trying to create, whether there was obstacles in your past, okay, especially in regards to your money, to money matter, in regards to money matter, in regards to your abundance, in regards to you having your fulfillment, your wish fulfillment. You can have it all, but it requires for you, Scorpio, to be true and honest with yourself about what it is that you want, who it is that you want to be, where it is that you want to go, and the kind of life that you want to live, how you want to live. And to get to that is through the hermit journey. It's to go deep within yourself and to face yourself and to be open about it. Look at this. Moving on. The waiting game has ended. You are already standing there waiting for that flip to switch. You see that little person walking there, for you can get going. The Chariot, this is a successful move. And then, by the way, what do we have here? This is the card of movement. Again, I told you, even the wider weight, they're on the boat. They're moving from the troubled sea, going to calmer water. There is travel here, okay? For some of you, that moving on, it's not just moving on spiritually or even mentally. For some of you, by the way, the number 21, the World card here, is also a card of travel, also a card of communication to the World Wide Web. For some of you, choosing a path here, choose wisely. It may have to do as to where do you want to go. You're moving. Some of you may decide it's time to go, but where are you moving? Where are you going? Okay, to choose wisely at this which direction that you want to go, which path you want to follow, because there's a real sense here for you, Scorpio, that there's a big whether it's you or someone in your life, travel, moving, that's a big theme here. Okay, also communication, because all those Mercury cards also denotes about communication, but I get mostly travel here. Forgiving and learning is at the bottom of the deck for you. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. This is the Women's Oracle card, y'all. And heart-to-heart conversation. Heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So if this is in regards to a love situation, we have the Empress and the Emperor here. Especially if money has been an issue in the past, there needs to have some heart-to-heart communication. There needs to be, even if it's just about like your own spiritual belief, what you would like to achieve, starting something new with someone, like, you know, going towards the path, you know, a new relationship, a new marriage or whatnot, new committed relationship, starting a new family, whatever, something new that you're being inspired towards here. There's a real need here, first of all, to be clear within yourself. And then if you have someone else in your life, or a partner or someone that you are entertaining something serious with, you need to talk to them, okay? And forgiving and learning, you have to let go of the past. You have to let go of the baggage. You have to let go of any challenges and obstacles. You cannot take those with you, and including people, those will be taken out of your life anyways, whether or not you try, you want to. So it's easier for you to do it, to choose wisely, to make the best choice for you moving forward, to leave them behind. But Spirit is gonna help you. Okay, that is way too much. It's gonna help you as well. Okay, so honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Be honest, be open about what you want, especially if you're having a big major making major changes in your life, spiritually, financially. You know, you want to travel, you want to move, you want to, you know, all of a sudden you want to homeschool, you want to be like, you know, traveling, a nomad family where you don't want to keep a house anymore. Like, it could mean a lot of things for a lot of you. You want to be in control and authority of your life. You say, when, where do you go? For some of you, you may decide to say, you know, I want to live on the road. I don't want to be to stay within all those constraints, all those facades of society telling you you need to have this big house, you need to have a car, you have to have all these bills, you have to have this. For some of you, it could be as mundane as that, and you're choosing to leave all of that behind. Okay, to live a life where you feel more free, and a life that's also going to bring a lot of abundance, because you're really going to be able to focus on the things that are very important to you, and to save your resources, you know, to expend your resources to things also that are important to you, not so frivolously everywhere. Here we have Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. At the bottom of the deck, this is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck, and this is your card, Scorpio, that flew out for you. And this is Wise One. Go within your current situation. Go within your current situation. So Spirit is telling you to go within your current situation. Some of you that are already in the... Actually, I want to read that a little bit for you guys. Okay, Wise One. I want to read that for you because there's such movement happening in your life right now. There is such... Ooh, did I pass it? There we go. Wise One. I'm going to leave it up for you. And it says, knuckle down. Be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. On this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom, to overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. The information, the wisdom stored within your soul, you can just open the door to tap into it. Because this waiting game here, what we see is someone almost like facing all the different parallel dimensions, that parallel lives, all those life cycles that they've lived, waiting for that thing to, for that hourglass to finish, the sense to finish here, so they can flip over, to again jump over the next one, that little man standing there. Okay, so it's almost like some of you really understand the different life cycles you've lived on. It's almost like you contemplating to it's time to make a jump here. The wisdom of the wise one is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your task and project. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed. Persevere. But persevere. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed, but persevere. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability, and that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on, because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Yes, it's going to be beneficial for you in the long run. That's why we have all those cards of abundance. We have the Emperor, we have the Empress, we have the King of Pentacles. It's almost like we have the taking charge energy, taking charge of your life, and that disruption is, it's almost like it's gonna be a reminder of who you are. It's almost like a reminder of, like, you know, who you're meant to be. Like, it's almost, you're gonna be forced to go back into that hermit journey, for you to really face yourself again, Scorpio, to remind yourself of your own strength, of your life purpose. Okay, to know, so the choices that are available to you, they can be even clearer as to which is the path to follow. Because once you truly know who you are, what you truly do desire, you cannot be too confused about options, because there would always be your choice, your option, the one that's in alignment with your higher self, with your true self, will always be very clear. okay? At least the best option for you. And that is what this is pushing you towards, to commit to a path, to commit to yourself, to commit to your life purpose, to your soul purpose, okay? And for you, this is gonna be a wheel, like it's like you're going to a whole life cycle. This is gonna be a big major lesson that's happening for you during this month of May. I'm telling you, by the end of May, you're going to really regroup. If you felt like you've lost your way as to your true path, as to you felt like you've lost the authority, your sense of authority within your life as to what's happening, what you're doing, you're going to go through this. Let me tell you, this is like a lot of major energy coming together to push you towards that path, okay? This is your message, Scorpio, and I hope you got something out of it. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for your support. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll try to do a mid-month reading. If not, I'll do a general message, collective message for you guys, okay? Bye. Be safe out there, guys.